Justice Department has this new fund that was announced today, $1.7 billion.
Yeah.
Why should taxpayers pay for the January?
Well, it's been very well received, I have to tell you. I know very little about it. I wasn't involved in the whole creation of it and the negotiation. But this is reimbursing people that were horribly treated. It's anti-weaponization. They've been weaponized. They've been, in some cases, imprisoned wrongly. They paid legal fees that they didn't have. They've gone bankrupt. Their lives have been destroyed. And they turn out to be right. I mean, it was a terrible period of time in the history of our country. And they worked on it. I know the Justice Department, it's really been working on it very hard. There's been numerous other occasions over the years where things like this have been done, but these were people that were weaponized and really treated brutally by a system that was so corrupt, with corrupt people running it, and they're getting reimbursed for their legal fees and the other things that they had to suffer.
This is insane. Let's be real about it.
People who took part in January 6 are hoping for big payouts.
We endured a lot. Our lives are still not the same. So I don't know what kind of price you can put on that.
Even before the DOJ announced its so-called anti-weaponization fund this week, people like Brandon Fellows had already begun making claims for compensation. And both Fellows and Powell remain loyal to President Trump and thankful for the so-called anti-weaponization fund.
I feel like he has kept us in his mind.
They were convicted either because they pled guilty or a jury convicted them unanimously.
J6ers are set to receive a payout fully funded by you, the taxpayer.
He told you that he won the election based off one word, groceries. But he never cared if you actually could afford any. Okay, actions will always speak louder than words. Actions will always tell you what politicians value more than rhetoric does. And everyone's sitting around waiting for this golden age to happen. It's not. Okay, not for you anyway. For him and his family, his allies, oh, they getting fat while you starve. Okay, and that's why our taxpayer dollars going to this weaponization fund to compensate his allies should piss you off. Okay, you should be outraged. You should actually be in the street protesting against this. Okay, not only is it corrupt, it is a blatant slap in the face to the economic hardships folks are facing. Okay, Trump told you he don't care what you're going through financially. All right, he's not even acting like he sees what you're going through. All right, he's not even detached from people's economic struggles. He just doesn't care. Right? He's pushing for financial windfalls for his allies, his family, not you. And we wonder why people get radicalized in this country. This is how Batman becomes Batman. Okay, this is how Daredevil becomes Daredevil. This is the vigilante origin story, people.
On The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God states the things we have also stated on this very platform. MAGA is a grift, and Trump is continuing to buy loyalty.
The Democrats are sick. There's something wrong. They're like terrorists, and we have to protect our country. We will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country. Knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously. The Democrats say, please don't call them animals. They're humans. I said, no, they're not humans. They're not humans. They're animals. To get me, somebody would have to shoot through the fake news, and I don't mind that so much. Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. We have the enemy from within, and the enemy from within, in my opinion, is more dangerous than China, Russia. Terrific person. I watched him just totally decapitate a fake reporter on NBC, Meet the Press. What do you think about waterboarding, Mr. Trump? I said, I love it. If you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge, one rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. You know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks. I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. Well, these are horrible people. Oops, we should get along with everybody. They're horrible people.
Remember when MAGA demanded the rhetoric be toned down? Meanwhile, this is who they stand.
They are indeed the enemy from within, but this is who we're fighting. We will root out The communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country. The Democrats are sick. There's something wrong. They're like terrorists. The ultra-left-wing liars, losers, creeps, perverts, and freaks who are devouring the future of this state like a swarm of locusts. The radical left, the Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters. Members of Congress and even former presidents have been openly embracing vile creeds such as socialism, Marxism, and straight-up communism. In New York, they're trying to elect a communist, Zoran Mamdani. We are going to defeat a communist known as Kamala Harris. Most radical left person ever to run for office. This is communist, this is Marxist, this is fascist. Have you heard her laugh? That is the laugh of a crazy person. That is the laugh of a crazy. It's the laugh of a lunatic. Have you heard? Kamala is mentally impaired. Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way. Ilhan Omar, who her brother became her husband. We keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. We'll stand up to crazy Nancy Pelosi who ruined San Francisco. How's her husband doing, by the way? Anybody know?
Because the fact, whenever something like this happens to Donald Trump, whenever there is an assassination attempt, whenever there is some type of political violence that happens at, one of these events, people always say, so are we going to tone down the violent rhetoric towards Trump? Stop it. Like, I'm sick of that narrative. I need every single media personality to direct that energy and that question towards one person and one person only, and that person is President Donald J. Trump. At what point do people simply say, hey, Trump, it's clear that you're the drama? Okay, how quick we forget. Just last month, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and said Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He no longer can hurt innocent people. President Trump, do you not realize there are people out there who feel the same way about you? That's why you don't wish death on people. That's why you don't say things like, I'm glad a person is dead. Whatever God got planned for a person is between them and God. There's no need to speak that kind of negativity over anybody's life, because you end up speaking it over yours.
Because, well, at least Charlamagne gets it for this brief moment in time.
People all around the world have to respect the policies of the country and the administration. Therefore, to my immigrants, who I love very much, I love my immigrants, I'm an immigrant. But how can you tell a president not to enforce a law that simply says you have to be legal to get in the country? And
then there's rapper and new MAGA darling, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Do we love Nicki Minaj? Right? I love Nicki Minaj. She was here a couple of weeks ago. She's so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful. I said, Nicki is so beautiful. Her nails are like that long. I said, Nicki, are they real? She said, she didn't want to get into that. But she was so beautiful and so great. And she gets it, more importantly, frankly, she gets it.
Who Trump just adores.
I don't care what Nicki Minaj thinks at a time like this, okay? All right.
It's a lot going on.
Trump's tariffs got the cost of household goods through the roof. The war he got us in got gas prices through the roof. Inflation is high. Social services have been cut. People's health care has been cut. I don't care. By the way, you can support whoever you want. Politically, but you also need to know how that person's policies are impacting the people who probably support you. Mm-hmm. Your actual fan base.
She says that she didn't want to alienate her fan base in the beginning of it, but personally, these things happen and it changed her mind about what she decided.
I understand, but personally, things happen for you that might have benefited you. But right. I'm just telling you overall. I guarantee you, the people that buy your albums economically are doing way worse right now.
And can't pick up the phone and call Gavin Newsom if they tried.
And while Charlamagne says he doesn't care, it is also politics for Trump and Minaj to do this. The more we understand him using her as a mascot, the better we will be able to navigate clown shows like this in the near future. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.